Can you solve all these Class 10 English poem Chapter 8 The Trees questions? Who is the poet?
Exactly, Adrienne Rich makes sense. What had been empty? Strong choice. Forest is the right answer.
How do we get oxygen?
Bravo, trees is the answer.
What do trees symbolize? Perfect. Women is the correct choice. What is the poetess doing?
You chose writing long letters, and it is correct.
These plants are planted in.
Good thinking. Pots and pans is the right answer.
What does the poetess write?
Correct response. Long letters is the most accurate answer.
What are the boffs compared to? Great job.
A newly discharged patient is the accurate answer.
Since the forests are empty dash.
You're right. All of these is the correct answer.
What is the poetess head full of?
Nice selection. Whispers is the correct and valid answer.
What rushes out to meet the trees?
Excellent choice. Wind is the right answer.
Name the poet of the poem, The Trees.
Clear logic. Your choice, Adrienne Rich, is sound.
The trees in the poem are useful for.
Valid point. None of the above is true.
Where are the trees in the poem found?
Right choice. In the house is the best answer.
How many people were in the Logan family?
Right again. 7 is a valid answer.
Who is the narrator of Song of the Trees?
Excellent. Cassie is a brilliant choice.
By morning, the forest will be full of dash.
Smart pick. Trees is the correct choice.
Question 11.
What do the roots do all night? Smart move. Try to free themselves is an accurate answer. What type of writing is Song of the Trees?
Well done.
Novella is the right choice.
Towards the end, the moon is broken like die ash.
Well picked. A mirror is the correct answer.
What is the main theme of the poem, The Trees?
Great thinking. Freedom is the right choice.
When the trees move out, dash rush to meet them.
Correct. Winds is the right answer.
Who is the poetess of the poem, The Trees?
You got it. Your choice, Adrienne Rich, is right.
Question 14. Where are the decorative plants kept?
On track. In houses is the correct answer.
What does the poetess compare the tree branches to?
Solid response. A newly discharged patient is a valid choice.
It is similar in human beings and trees. What is it?
Well reasoned. Growth is the correct choice.
What is the most important for human beings to breath?
Good job. Oxygen works well here.
In the poem, the tree poetess is talking about?
Nicely done. All of the above is a solid answer.
What type of trees are described in the poem, The Trees?
Sharp thinking. Decorative trees is the right choice.
Long, cramped boss shuffle under the roof, like newly dash.
Nice work. You chose discharged patients, and it is correct.
What natural event causes the Maharaja to change his mind?
Right again. A sandstorm is a valid answer.
Which of the following best describes the tone of the poem?
Correct response, optimistic and hopeful, is the most accurate answer. Identify the figures of speech. No sun bury its feet in shadow. Bravo! Personification is the answer. Identify the figures of speech. No bird could sit, no insect hide. Solid response. Anaphora is a valid choice.
The pieces of the moon can be seen in the crown of which tree?
You chose oak tree, and it is correct.
Trees protect hope of a nation dash. What is a hope of a nation?
Right choice. Children is the best answer.
What tries to free themselves from the cracks of the veranda floor? Great job. Roots is the accurate answer. Who has been personified in the line? No sun bury its feet in shadow.
Nice selection. Sun is the correct and valid answer. In the poem, where are the trees initially described as being located? Well reasoned. Inside a house is the correct choice.
They are extremely useful for human beings as well as birds. What are they?
Clear logic. Your choice trees is sound.
Poets and writers have described it in literature. It's also known for its beauty.
Valid point. The moon is true.
Question 13. Name the literary device used in The Moon is Broken Like a Mirror.
Nice work. You chose simile and it is correct. The poem reflects how trees dash to free themselves to go to their natural habitat. Smart move. Yearn is an accurate answer.
The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the dash of the tallest oak.
Strong choice. Crown is the right answer. Identify the figures of speech. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. Good thinking. Simile is the right answer.
In the passage it says, "The trees, Stacy," I said softly. "They sing no more." What is that an example?
Excellent choice. Personification is the right answer.
All nights the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. What does disengage mean?
Perfect. Disentangle is the correct choice.
People have destroyed nature for their own selfish motive and have planted trees in their veranda and thus have created artificial nature. What does this line suggest?
Well done. Irony is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Excellent. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is a brilliant choice.